Angeles, live on tape. It's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight from Wayne's World, Mike Myers. Doogie Howser's Max Casella. Actor Victor Love. And now, it's him.
I had to wear the hat out because I did an interview the other day and I forgot the name of our affiliate in Philadelphia, so I had to wear their Philly 57 WGBS TV. There, I've made amends with you. Now I'm going to take the hat off because it's incredibly square. And you see, I'm a three-peg head. Who's on that seventh peg, man? I do not want to meet that guy. That is just like a little loaf of bread souffle head, man, you know.
I'm a seven-peg man.
No, get out of here,
Give it to me, I'll show you, man. Honest to God. So, you know, I can't wear this comfortably. I got to go all the way to the end. Last peg. Oh, is that comfortable?
Wow.
I have the largest head in show business.
Wow. You know what they say about men with big heads? They think they have big penises. All right. Goldie. Who's sitting in with the band here, Goldie?
Well, we got a couple of guys. Premier trumpet player, film composer extraordinaire, Mark Isham. Yeah. And all week we've had Terry Bozzio on drums. From Jeff Beck, Missing Persons. Yeah.
Of the Missing Persons, Del Bozzio, pink hair, Missing Persons, Bozzio?
That's the one.
Beautiful, all right. Nice to have you here, boys. All right, let's get to the news. You okay? Oh, Wayne's here. I got a knot person in the crowd. All right. Yeah, knothead. All right. Negative campaigning hit a new low in the Democratic race this week when ex-President Jimmy Carter endorsed Bill Clinton. Jesus, brutal out there. Carter called Clinton, quote, an honest, decent, competent, idealistic, practical man. Carter said he left out hypoallergenic and dishwasher safe because he didn't want to lay it on too thick, okay? Bill Clinton's pathetic plan to give his wife Hillary a cabinet job, thereby shedding his image as a lousy husband, has backfired on him. Everyone hated the idea, so now he's just going to, quote, buy her something real pretty. Should have had a tooth blacked out for that one, huh? Sunday go to meeting dress. All right, I'll never make that face again, I promise you. Bill Clinton and Jerry Brown differ on gun control laws. It's now obvious. Brown said he'd try a 5-year ban on the manufacture of handguns, while Clinton wants a mandatory 7-day waiting period on gun sales to jealous husbands. So there's quite a lot of... Clinton and Clarence Thomas's personal lives are so similar they could be golf partners, just not at Clinton's country club. You know, Jerry... Jerry Brown says he always knew that eventually his candidacy would be taken seriously because he read it in the prophecies of Nostradamus. And You know, even though Brown has practically asked Jesse Jackson to be his vice president, Jackson won't even endorse him for the presidency. Ouch. You know, that's like when you tell someone you love them and they say, oh, that's nice. New York City, Detroit, and Washington, D.C., 3 cities hit hardest by unemployment, crime, and dwindling federal funds, have officially seceded from the United States of America and declared themselves Russian commonwealths in a desperate attempt to be eligible for $24 billion in aid from the Bush administration. Anybody remember the good old days when we just hated each other, the Russians, huh? Former President Richard Nixon called Bush's huge aid package to Russia, quote, pathetically inadequate. Well, for God's sakes, when did Dick Nixon become our social conscience, huh? Why don't we just dig up Bruno Hauptmann and see what he thinks about the package? I can't believe Nixon called it inadequate. I think the aid package is as pathetically inadequate as his presidency was. You know, in Libya yesterday, thousands gathered outside foreign embassies, rioting, throwing rocks, burning cars. No protest, just Wednesday. And here's a weird story. A tremendous 38-acre fungus. Did you see this bizarre outer limits story? They found a 38-acre fungus growing underneath Michigan. Scientists say the giant mushroom is what caused the United States to hallucinate and think we were doing well during the Reagan and Bush years. Yeah, Clinton had a little, but he didn't swallow. Imagine this, a fungus thousands of years old, covering 30 acres, and we just discovered it. Kind of makes you think we need to get a few of our scientists out of the weapons lab, huh? See this in the news. Mike Ovitz, president of the CAA, topped Premier Magazine's annual Top 100 Most Powerful People in Hollywood edition again yesterday. Ovitz said he doesn't take this stuff seriously. He had to go behead a member of his staff. And, wow, he is powerful. I feel like Joe Esterhaus all of a sudden. And finally, General Motors said its top executive did not receive bonuses last year because the company lost $4.5 billion. You know, you lose $4.5 billion, you should not only turn in your key to the executive washroom, you should start cleaning it, okay? Tonight, my guests are from Wayne's World, Mike Myers, folks. My stick. And who else we got? From Doogie Howser, Max Casella. Try to hit that. And from the Hank Gather story, Victor Love. I'm going to try to hit that lens. Bring it down low. Victor Love, give him a hand. Oh. One more. One more. I think I got too much curve on this baby. All right. I'm not fucking around. We'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Tide. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Welcome back, folks. You know, the further you are from your last dentist appointment, the closer you are to your next. There we have the topic for tonight's for and against going to the dentist. The case for going to the dentist, he gives you laughing gas. Against, his gas is no laughing matter. I don't much like that image. That was my lame attempt at a British accent. Can you believe it? Oh, God, I lacked that chromosome. The case 4, he shoots you full of so much Novocaine you can't feel your face. Against, he starts feeling your face. Case 4, the filling of the cavities. Against, it hurts like a son of a bitch. Case 4, you get to sit in a huge chair with all sorts of gadgets connected to it. Against, some of the gadgets were used as prototypes in the film Dead Ringers. Obi-Wan Kenobi. The case 4, a piece of sugarless gum for being a good patient. Against, the gum falls out of your Novocaine-numbed mouth and you unknowingly spend an hour gnawing away at your own tongue. Case 4, if you don't go, your teeth may rot. Against, you're British. Nobody cares. And case 4, the final rinse and spit. Against, that embarrassing 3-foot-long rope of saliva that hangs from your lip until you reach the door of your suburban home. And finally, the case 4, going to the dentist, the opportunity to have a trained medical expert look into your mouth. Against, looking into his booger-laden nostrils. When I got into this business, I always had a dream I'd say booger laden on TV one day. All right, nice guy here, riding the crest of an American phenomena. He isn't seeing much of a profit from it. Not! Please welcome Mike Myers, folks. Mikey!
Well, I played a good first period. All I tried to do was just play my game, you know.
Hockey night in Canada, we're with Barclay Plager. Bark.
Well, you know, Frank Sinatra just passed me. I was in the slot. That's, if you watch hockey, laugh so hard at that.
Hey, what do you think of the strike? I know you're a hockey fiend. This has got to rip your guts out.
Oh.
The Leafs.
The Leafs. I'm so bummed. Leafs and Kings. Maybe we can both exist in the same world, huh? We're 4 points behind Minnesota. I'm so bummed.
The Leafs were moving on the last playoff spot,
We had
right?
the best second part of a season of... No, honestly, you'd be quite interested. It's the best second part of a season of any Leaf team I've seen in a long time, so I'm really proud of them.
Did they adopted you, sort? Has the team anybody adopted you as sort of their mascot?
No, I met them, and they were really, really nice. I got to meet Wendell Clark and Gilmore and all those guys. So
It's not the old Leafs, though, is it?
Well,
No Davy Keon, no Armstrong. It's just not like the old days, Bucky.
Pellick, Favell.
Let's get a little...
I remember the old days.
So what have you been doing lately?
Well, I did the Oscars on Monday.
Yeah, how was that?
It was an out-of-body experience. It was amazing. It's all these famous people and stuff. I got interviewed by Mexican television, which was neat. Because
You have to tuck into a can of corn, or what?
Joke, distancing from joke. I'm from Canada. No, it was really great because she was like, it was a music television show in Mexico, so it was like, Wings World. Party on. Could you introduce I'm Too Sexy? So I had to go, I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred. Wayne's World. And that was it. So it's very bizarre.
Who else did you meet? Who'd you meet backstage? Big stars? Are they all Wayne's World freaks?
I don't know. I didn't go up to them. Hi, you seen my movie?
I thought they might have come up to you.
Oh, some
Seems
people
to be
did.
sweeping
I
this.
don't know.
I just love the thought of Audrey Hepburn coming up.
Can I say something?
I'm about to hurl!
That's right. I have one word to say to you, and that's swing.
You didn't know where I was going. I led you into a big school.
Thank you very much.
Ow! Ow! Beautiful. Yeah. Now, I have to admit, I have to have egg on my face because I'll admit to the crowd.
Call it Wally's World.
I was not a big Wayne's World fan.
No.
Early on in the game, I was a Dieter fan.
Yes,
I always thought Dieter would be the breakout character.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Mike was talking to me backstage. He said he would like to make a Dieter film. Now, that's what I would love. It would be like the European underground version
I
of
just
Wayne's
want to do
World.
every European movie I've ever seen where somebody has like a 30-second pause before they speak. It'd be like, it would be like, I have always loved you, with the, I love you. And then there'll be like this pause. Thank you. And as if like an American audience could handle that. It'd be like, talk!
Give me a little of the character in the tub, too. That was always
Simon?
my second favorite. Yeah, Simon, a little kid in the tub?
It's based on all of my cousins growing up. They used to come over to Canada, and they were all really interesting because they had English accents. And I'd be sitting there going, hi, I'm from Canada. And they'd go, I like to do drawings. And then everybody in the whole neighborhood would go, oh, that's so cute. Don't look at my bum.
Cheeky monkey.
Cheeky monkey.
I love that one.
Oh, well, thanks, Dennis.
Good to see you, Mike. We're going to be right back. We're going to talk a little more with Wayne himself, Mike Myers, right after this, folks. Look out into our crowd. We have Wayne's World hats. This thing is like you're like an icon now, man. How's it affected your life?
God bless you all. I love you.
What is it? 90 mil today, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's beyond my wildest dreams. It's very weird.
Anybody from Queen called you?
From Queen? No.
Well, I just thought they must be getting a big revival of their. Because of the song. I thought somebody
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, that's. Well, I've always loved that song. I mean, when I was growing up, I had a Mirthmobile that was a Dodge Dart Swinger that had a vomit stain on the side. And everybody was assigned a Galileo in Bohemian Rhapsody. If you took somebody's Galileo, they'd be really mad, If you know the song again, that would make you laugh. Huh?
You guys are obviously getting loaded during that section of your life. Tell me how people are reacting to you now. What do they do when they come up?
Well, it's very flattering. People come out and they say they like the movie, and that's just great. But I was at Toronto at City Hall. We have the skating rink. And the guy who runs the skating rink went like this. I was skating at the time, and he went, and I thought like I was caught skating backwards or something. And I came over and went, and he went, on the movie with foreign royalties, do you get paid in the currency of the country? And if so, at what point do they determine rate of exchange? And I was like, oh, well, thanks. It was like, what is that? There's too many, like, all these entertainment shows where everybody knows how many.
Everybody's into the business.
Yeah,
of the business
it's like, just normal people. Hey, 80 million. Hi. Did you see it? No, but 80 million. It's very bizarre.
What about on places when you're trapped, like airplanes now? Do you have a lot of people who get in your face? There's no getting away at that point.
Sometimes, but people are nice. It's all very flattering. It's all, I always say to my girlfriend, Robin, it's all first world problems. It's all like, oh, that's great. We flew on this type of, this airline company that is a kind of like fancy schmancy type place.
Give us the name.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't want to be killed. Oh, that's severe, but maybe sued. I don't know.
They would kill you for saying you were on their airline?
No, well, you'll guess it has a lion's head as its symbol. Uh-huh. Write me if you know the answer. And so anyways, we get this this stewardess, and she was obviously like on an eating binge. She was really skinny, but she was on an eating binge. And we could see in the reflection of this thing into her stewardess's station that she was eating our food. That would be like, she would put it down, and I would pick at it, and she goes, are you done with that? And she would take it, and then you could see in the reflection, she was like gobbling it down like this. And then getting like paper towel and going like this, and then she would come out and go, I recommend the chicken. And it'd be like, oh, okay. And she ate everything of ours and took it like before we were finished.
You got to tell me the airline.
I'm not going to tell you the airline.
Tell me her name.
No, I'm not. Forget it. I don't. She's just doing her best. She has an eating disorder. I don't know.
All right.
Hey, we were on the
Mike,
same show together.
You
Come on.
shouldn't have done that.
Oh no. I ate the banana. Dennis's Rolodex, Mike Myers.
No. Hey, now how's the show going back there? Every time I watch the opening credits, it's like the greatest story ever told. You got a lot of people back there.
We have a lot of cast members now.
Everybody getting a little dicey about that pie being sliced up?
No, everyone's doing great. It's a little recessionary some weeks.
Yeah.
But,
No, it's like gladiator school back there.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's not that horrible, but everybody's poised at the brink of stardom, and some weeks that there's no time. You know, everybody would like to get a piece of it at some point. Well, and now I see there's literally like 17 or 18 people in the cast, isn't there?
I think there's about 17 people who perform on air at any given time. Yeah. Sometimes going out at the end credits, it's a little like that episode of Star Trek on the overcrowded planet. You know, where you see through the window and they're like, Spock goes something about birth control, and they go, birth control. We're aliens, but we have an American accent.
Well, Spock didn't really have to worry about birth control, did he?
No, just
because he only every 7 years he'd fly back to the planet and swim upstream and spawn and then head back to the Enterprise.
That's right. And I always had that great music, which was the whenever they'd show him, and he'd always be in gauze.
Yeah.
I remember, and he'd be...
And you always know when Spock had just bonked because he'd be back in his cabin sitting at that 8-dimensional chess piece thing, just looking like, oh, God, that was good, you know. Dragon takes Quatlude 4, check. And evidently you're not as big as Star Trek fans as we are, but
all right.
Phaser's on boredom. Okay, now that's your big star. You gonna go back to the show, or what are you gonna do? You gonna move on to movies?
I'll be on SNL as long as they'll have me. I wanted to be on the show since I was 11, so.
You're happy there?
Oh, I love it, yeah.
All right, Mikey. Mike Myers, folks. We'll be right back after this. Thank you, Mike.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Miller Lite. It's it, and that's that.
Welcome back. Thank you. Welcome back. Please join me tomorrow night when my guest will be from A Different World, Jasmine Guy, the star of Homefront, Kyle Chandler. Understand he's quite the heartthrob, Nick. Comedian Judd Apatow and Texas bluesman Floyd Dixon. Also the news of the week. All right, we're joined by our announcer, Nick Bakay. And Nick, what's the... yeah, you can do that. What's the premise here, Nicky boy?
Well, you know, Dennis, now with the collapse of the Soviet Union and the end of the Cold War, many of the toys designed to help children through those very troubling times have lost their purpose. And that's why we wanted to present tonight post-Cold War toys.
Okay.
Got my little toy chest here, and
I'll take the toy chest
well,
lid.
actually, I'm going to use this lid for display purposes. That's why
I can't have that.
Oh.
No, I'm teasing. Go ahead.
I liked it when you were sliding it back and forth. We start out, of course, with we have a small little guy here. It's actually the post-Cold War G.I. Joe, and Joe now battles the enemy within. Your budding young psychiatrist can help G.I. Joe conquer his delayed stress syndrome and feel patriotic again. Gee, I was wrong about the war, Joe.
Aww.
And if you'll notice, and if you notice, we get close up here, he has the swivel hip action, introspective. Introspective. So there we go.
Well,
okay.
That's kind of touching. I like that one.
Leave that one with you
Okay.
then. All right. Then, of course, in the doll category, of course, wouldn't be complete without our old friends Barbie and Ken. We have the post-Cold War Barbie, and it's the Barbie Dream Shelter, but Barbie is no longer so self-centered. She now runs the best soup kitchen in the world. There she is, peeking out the window. And she helps her friend Ken, who is down on his luck.
Yeah. Touching.
Alrighty. All right, now we've got, of course, Boat People, the balancing game. How many can you fit on board without going into the drink? Tip it, tip it, tip it. You remember that one? That's one of my favorites. Okay, we've got...
a Devo song?
No, remember the game Tip It?
Oh, Tip It.
Like Pop-O-Matic Trouble, that era?
Kinda.
Dungeons and Corrupt Dictators? Free oppressed political prisoners from the U.S.-supported puppet government. It's a very challenging game. Kids learn as they play.
8 to 13, a little older,
That's right. And Art Linkletter heartily endorses it.
Okay.
Just like the game of life. Okay, we've also got Tank and the Chinese Student. This, of course, would be a charming piece of bric-a-brac that starts from the Capodamana region in Italy, and it's guaranteed to teach the small fry the true price of revolution. Okay? Now, what else we got here? Oh, yeah, we've got the game Clue.
I like these.
These are good. We got Clue. This, of course, is the JFK edition. Guess who done it? CIA, Cuba, LBJ, or Professor Plum on the grassy knoll with a single-action bolt rifle?
Yeah.
And finally, oh, no, we got one more down here.
Sorry, last one.
No, we got one,
Oh,
two more.
okay.
This is the erasable map of Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
The Eastern Bloc space changes faster than Michael Jackson's. That's what makes these maps a must. You just get rid of those darned old pesky borders.
I like it.
Let go of them. And finally, we have Lenin's Stalin bowling pins. A good 10-pound ball will topple these guys faster than democratic reforms ever did. And you know, that's the sad truth, Dennis. And that's why no matter what happens in the post-Cold War era, we can never let our defense budget shrink too much. Am I right? Yeah. Check me out, people. Come on. Be with me on this.
We'll be right back with Max Casella after this.
Welcome back.
All right, my next guest is seen weekly on Doogie Howser. I could not have surgery performed on me by a kid named Doogie. That's just me. I'm not going under a general anesthetic.
Now, this may hurt a little.
Well, I live, Doogie. And his first movie, Newsies. Uzis. It's a war film. No, it's Newsies. It opens next Friday. Please welcome Max Casella, folks. Maxie. Now, Max, you're 24 years old, right?
That's right.
Wow, you look so young. I mean,
I look young. My feet are dangling.
You got
I really
that
want
great
to drive
voice.
the point home, Dennis.
But I'm just saying, do you want to move on, or do you mind playing younger kids? What's your character on Doogie Howser? How old?
Well, now I guess he'll be 19 this
Yeah?
season. Yeah.
Would you like to play older, or you don't mind doing
No,
that?
I don't
do you?
mind. I
No,
don't
it's just nice to have a gig, huh?
Yeah.
Cracks, man, you got a little Fred Savage in you, don't you?
You think?
Just a little in the face, something about it. I
Fred
don't know.
Savage with fangs.
Oh, Fred Savage with an Eldorado. Do you drive an Eldorado?
Yeah.
I love the thought of you in an Eldorado, man. What is, like,
Well, it's more like
what did your old man drive Eldorados or what? Usually kids dig what their parents dug or something.
no, he drove a Volvo.
Oh,
He drove it for like 20 years.
yeah. Well, what was it about the Eldorado that grabbed your attention? You just wanted a big, solid American car?
Yeah. No, I need the, I make a lot of hand gestures, so I need all the extra room, I like having my little armrest, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
kick back, go on a little Sinatra song, and just ding, and you know what I'm
I hear you're a Sinatra buff, huh?
saying? Yeah, I love him.
Well, I understand that because I love them too. But I think people are often you know, find it amazing that so many young people like him. You went to Vegas to see him, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What was it? I
Yeah.
just saw Wayne Newton a couple weeks ago. He blew my mind.
Did he?
Played all the instruments, had the big belt buckle on. I'm a sucker for that. What's Sinatra like? Does he have stuff left? Is he still cool?
Oh, yeah, he's great. I mean, he comes out and, you know, he's got, he sings off the monitors and all, but, you know.
Oh, he does have monitors he
Yeah.
refers to?
But, other than that, he was just great. He was great.
The pipes
Yeah.
are still there?
Yeah, the pipes are still there. He doesn't really get the high notes anymore. His little voice has dropped a little bit, but he doesn't try to hit them, you know.
So he doesn't do Me and Mrs. Jones anymore?
No, not anymore.
That joke's for Nick. Did you get to meet him? Did you go backstage
No,
and meet him?
I looked all over for him. I said, well, listen, how do we meet Frank after the show? Because usually I understand he comes around to the casinos, you know, and gambles all night. And he goes, well, you know, sometimes he's a little bit moody and he likes to eat a late dinner and drink more alcohol than you thought was humanly possible.
Who told you that? Jilly? Who'd you bump into? Jilly
No, it's the
Rizzo?
guy who's, like, you know, in charge.
Oh, that's funny.
But, I was walking around looking for him. I couldn't find him.
Yeah, well, I would have loved that image of Frank over there just playing
How
cards.
you doing?
Frank Max Casella. Now, what's up with Newsies? This new Disney film. We got a clip from this, right?
Yeah.
It's a big musical, huh?
Yeah, it's coming out April 10th.
All right. Tell us what it's about. What do you play?
I play one of the main newsies named
What's
Racetrack.
the Newsie, though, babe? You mean
Newsie.
you're like
I'm like
Cronkite
going
or
right
what?
over the old, you know. No, these are newsies are kids they used to hawk papers before before I guess I don't know when they died out, a while ago. But
Yeah.
they go on the street and they hawk the papers and that's how they live.
It's just like a period piece, the 40s,
Yeah, it's
right?
turn of the century actually.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
30 seconds. Okay, so let's take a look. This is Newsies with our friend Maxie. Let's look at it.
You're in the papers, you're famous. You're famous, you get anything you want. And that's what's so great about New York.
A pair of new shoes with matching laces.
A permanent box at the Sheep's Head races.
A porcelain tub with boiling water. A Saturday night with the mayor's daughter.
Look at me, I'm the king of New York. Suddenly, I'm respectable, staring right at you, lousy with stature.
Nothing with all the muckety mucks. I'm blowing my dough and going deluxe.
And dare I be, ain't I pretty?
It's my city, I'm the king of New York.
Yeah. Maxie. It's it's like Walton Mountain if Jerome Robbins was the father or something. What's it like when you have to crank? Had you sung in the past? Or you
Yeah, I had, you know. That was the easy part, believe me. Dancing was
Oh, yeah? You didn't have that background?
not really. But, you know, we had like 2 months of rehearsal. We'd show up and do push-ups, sit-ups, jazz class, ballet, and martial arts, and stunt training.
Martial arts, of course, for the big kung fu scene with the
Yeah,
competing
right.
acts. I'm a newsie. Ha!
But,
Bruce Lee, enter the newsie. Guy forgets his change, you get him in the neck with one of those nunchuck stars. All right, Max, now what I've done is just milk the premise one joke too far. Okay. I'm back now. When's this little ditty come out?
April 10th.
And you saw the premiere last night?
Yeah.
Had your mom out?
Yeah.
Oh, that
yeah.
must have been exciting,
Yeah,
huh?
she loved it.
Over at
She
the
loved
Cinerama Dome here?
it. Yeah.
Was she crying over her little boy? Is she that proud?
She was sitting there very quiet, watching. And I kept looking over, and she just had a grin on her face, all, you know, so.
She knew she was riding home in that Eldorado.
Yeah.
All right, Maxie, good to meet you, baby. We'll be right back with Victor Love after this, folks.
If you're going to be in Los Angeles and would like to attend a taping of the Dennis Miller Show, please drop us a note. Care of the Dennis Miller Show, Post Office Box 4150, Hollywood, California, 90078, or call us at 818-506-0043.
My next guest can be seen most recently starring in Final Shot. This, of course, the Hank Gathers story, which we all know about that in this city because it all occurred here. A fine actor, Victor Love, folks. Victor. Yeah. Victor, you have died and gone to stonewashed heaven.
Oh, yes. We're having a discussion backstage about whether this was the appropriate thing to wear for your show.
No, man, that's good. This one's a little less dyed out than that one.
This one's newer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Usually the newest ones are the most dyed. You spend $800 now to get it look like you've had it for 15 years. Now, Hank Gathers, a story that cuts close to the bone here in Los Angeles. Now, didn't I just read that his mother was awarded...
$500,000, yeah.
Yeah, and a wrongful death settlement or something?
Yeah.
What was her contention there? That...
You know, you won't believe me, but I don't know.
Oh,
because,
really? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
to put you on
no,
the
because
spot.
doing the show and being asked these questions all the time, I thought because the lawsuit was going on, it'd be better if I didn't talk about it, right? Because I'm an actor playing a role, and that's real life.
Mm-hmm. Are you hoop yourself, or had you hooped in the past? Or?
I hoop enough, but not like Hank Gathers.
No, well,
you know.
You did, but did you have to bone up on it for the role?
Yeah, I got the role, and then for about 2 weeks before we did the movie, I would go out at 6 o'clock every morning to Loyola Marymount, and we'd shoot every morning. And then during the film, I had these great ball players who helped me out, and we played.
Who else was in it? Anybody I'd know?
Oh, Nell Carter plays my mother.
Well, when I think great ball player, Nell Carter comes... Shifty little point guard.
Taught me everything I know.
Push it up now!
Oh, her layups are really special, you know? And the slam dunk she does. And then George Kennedy. He played Father Dave, who was Hank's mentor while he was growing up. A great actor, Dwayne Davis, Willie Davis's son, played Bo Kimball.
Okay.
And just a lot of good people.
Now, I remember when they got to the playoffs, Bo, in memoriam of his dead friend, would always shoot his first first free throw with his other hand, right?
Yeah, I mean, people probably know this, but after Hank couldn't shoot right-handed. He was great in everything else, but with his right hand, he couldn't shoot. So toward the second half of his season at Loyola, he started shooting left-handed, figuring, you know, I can't do it with the right hand, so maybe with the left hand I can get him. And he became known for that. And when
Bo did it
when he died, Bo shot left-handed for that first game.
I think he hit them all, too. Let's look at a clip from this. This is Hank Gathers' story. Final shot.
Take it easy out there tonight, Bang.
Why? So you can get all the headlines to yourself again?
No, that's not it. I'm worried about you. Maybe I'm the only one who sees it, but you're still not right. You're still not playing the way you used to.
What do you know, Bo? You're just another ignorant basketball player.
Well, then that's perfect, because that's just who I'm talking to. Be careful out there tonight, Bang.
Now, this is kind of a second pass through the showbiz wars for you because you debuted in the film Native Son years ago, and it wasn't exactly what your dream would be about entering the business. It got a little brutal, didn't it?
It wasn't a Wayne's World, no. We opened up. We had a good advance word. We had a great cast. Oprah Winfrey played my mother. Geraldine Page was in it. Liz McGovern, Matt Dillon. And then it came, and it went so fast, I didn't even see it in the theaters. You know, went up there one day, see my movie, and they said it was gone.
Now, you know, people always talk about how they don't read these things and all that, but, you know, it's a little brutal when you're getting your ribs kicked in by critics and that. How did you react to it?
Well, you know, I was so inexperienced and so excited, and I thought, I'm going to be a star. And I'm just, you know, people say, I just want to be an actor. Oh, no, I wanted to be a star. And I left after the movie was opened, and I bought this apartment in Manhattan and got it furnished and, you know, started dating these girls that, you know, cost lots of money. And flying back. Oh, no. I don't mean dating women that cost a lot of money. No. Wow. Well, anyway, going past that one, and it didn't happen for me, you know. And after that was over, I looked at what was going on in my life, and I thought, I want to be a good actor. And I went back to school. And since I left school, I've been very lucky. I did Broadway, A Few Good Men, and some really great TV shows, you know, L.A. Law, Different World. And then this movie came along, and this is a really...
Get you back on track.
I hope so.
You don't want to be as famous as much now, though, do you? You'd rather be accomplished.
Well, you know, it's a weird thing. I mean, I want to be known for being good.
Yeah,
and I
but
want
you
the money,
aspire
too.
for just fame, man, and
Oh,
your
the money.
karma's all bad. It's going to screw you
Oh,
up.
bad karma for a year or two wouldn't hurt me.
Now, you used to run... this amazes me. I've never met anybody who actually ran with Warhol. What was that like? You used to hang out with him?
I didn't really run with him. I did Native Son,
Yeah.
and he had this 15 minutes on MTV, remember?
Right.
And he called me on because my last name was Love. And it was Valentine's Day, and he thought it'd be really cute to have Victor Love come on Valentine's Day. So I went on Valentine's Day, and I read from the book, and he liked it. And Deborah Harry, who does his voiceovers on the show, was gone for a week, so he invited me to do them and offered me a painting. And I said, I was stupid. I said, no, I don't want a painting.
Why? What did you feel? Like it would be unethical?
Well, I thought that when you do your job and you get what you're supposed to get, then that's what it's all about. And I knew his paintings were worth a hell of a lot of money, and I also thought, people use him. You know, I mean, people just use other people, and I didn't want to do that. I mean, that was in my head.
Now, when you passed on it, did he have a look in his face like, thank God a human being is not using me, or did he think,
you know,
Jesus, God, take the painting, kid, wake up?
Well, I don't remember because I was coming at it from that point where I didn't want it. You know, so I don't know what he looked like, but I know he called a lot after that, and he took me places, and he was planning a big party to show my movie to people who he thought would make a difference. And then he died. And after he died, I got a phone call that day from one of the people in his office who said that Andy had wanted me to have a painting, a print. So
you did end up
so I did
with one?
end up getting one, yeah.
Oh, wow. What is it of?
It's of a lot of empty glasses at a party. You know.
Want to sell it?
No.
All right. Good to meet you, man.
Oh,
The
thank
film
you.
is Final Shot, the Hank Gather story. Victor Love. We'll be right back after this, folks.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Hyundai, makers of the Excel, Scoop, Sonata, and the brand new Elantra.
Goldie, that was a tasty little polka. Was that an original, or?
That's one of Mark's originals called Finegro.
Yeah, sounds like the music they played when the Tyrannosaurus Rex would attack the archaeologist campsite. I'd like to thank my guest Mike Myers, Max Casella, Victor Love. Tomorrow night, guests Jasmine Guy, comedian Judd Apatow, actor Kyle Chandler from Homefront, and bluesman Floyd Dixon. Good night, teenagers. Bye-bye. When in Los Angeles, guests of the Dennis Miller Show stay at the St. James Club and Hotel.